So today I am going home for Easter.
Welcome to Victoria Station.
Victoria. Change here.
Yes, it is a shot of me combing my hair. Boy, do I got things to tell you. Okay.
Smile more when you come by. Smile more when I see you. Smile more when the sun shines bright. Believe me, yeah.
Hey guys, it's Cristobal here and welcome back to my channel. It has been a while, well, literally a week. I didn't post a video last week because I intended to do that because I was going home. It was supposed to be like a travel vlog, but that didn't actually happen. So I'm still in Brighton, even though it's the Easter break, and I will tell you why. So if you haven't already, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see, and let's get on with the video. So the thing is, you've probably seen from like the earlier like shots or scenes that I was supposed to go home, and because we were given like 3 weeks off. So I didn't go home the first week because I realized that I needed to get a PCR test, which is for like COVID, to like have proof that I can go home, back home to Ireland, because that was the rule and regulation at the time. So I moved, well actually no, I let that flight go, and then I booked another flight for the week after, so that would give me 2 weeks to stay at home. So I basically was looking everywhere for PCR tests. The thing is with PCR tests in the UK is that it seems like it's quite difficult to get, especially if you do not have COVID symptoms. So if somebody has COVID symptoms, for example, or at least from what I've seen on the internet, you can get a COVID PCR test from the NHS. Now, because I don't have symptoms, thanks be to God, essentially it means that I would have to go privately to get like the PCR test, and I looked everywhere to find the one that I could. They were insanely expensive. So you had ones that were like £145, just to give you an example. Some even up to £200, £250. I managed to find one which was like outside of Brighton, so in Hove, and essentially it was from a pharmacy. So I was thinking, oh okay, and they're also called like a travel clinic. So I said to myself, okay, I can go there, take 2 buses to get this test, because I want to be able to go home, because if I don't go home now, I won't be able to see my family until like July or so. So I go to basically get this test done. So I go there and they basically tell me, oh yes, because I already called them beforehand and they told me to come on the Thursday of that week, so I could have it within the 72 hours that you need to have. So I came in, I was told I get the results on Saturday evening. Now, my flight's on Sunday, so I'm thinking, okay, I'll get this on Saturday evening, because I was told I'll get this. So I basically do the test. You know, they told me go to a specific post box to like send the test off, because apparently it's a priority box. So I'm thinking, wait, I have to send this off, but they said this is the specific place I've got to go to, so it obviously means that it's in check, right? I've spent so much money on this. So I go to the post box, put it in the place I'm supposed to. I'm there very early, and obviously the last collection's somewhere around 5 in the evening, and they do multiple, like apparently there's other collections in the day. So I'm like, okay, cool, I've done this. Then fast forwards to the day I'm supposed to be going. I haven't received the results yet. I've been calling and like trying to find somebody to answer, because like they have like a company that is involved with this pharmacy. Well, there's 2 of them, so, and like one of them's like kind of in charge of the whole thing. So I called them, they don't answer their phones. There's no way of communicating with them. Sending emails and stuff like that, even at the airport. Even when I got to the airport, I was still sending emails. I was there early in the morning, trying to get somebody to answer me. I'd been calling prior to that, like days before that. Nobody was answering anything. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe they'll give me the results anyway at some point early in the morning or something before the flights happen, or sometime before the flight's supposed to be, because the flight's at Sunday at 8 a.m. or so. So I didn't get anything back. I'm sending all the emails, everything. And essentially, I had stayed overnight at the airport because there's not the main place I usually fly from, which is closer to like Brighton. They don't have any flights to Ireland, so I had to go to a further place, which is really far away, and the flights that they have for Ireland are only in the morning. They don't have any night flights because a lot of flights at the moment have just been like either grounded or stopped, essentially. So I stayed overnight. I barely had any sleep. I had like probably like an hour's sleep at the most, if I could, because the terminal in the airport wasn't open, so I had to stay in like a waiting room, and obviously it was quite cold. So yeah, I was stressed out, essentially hoping that I get this result back. I don't know why I had so much faith that they would give it to me. I don't know, I just thought like it would be common decency and professionalism, but it didn't happen.
And
So it gets to the point where the flight's about to take off. I still haven't received anything, and their opening times of like the company is around that 8 o'clock or so. So, and nobody's answering because they said that their offices are open, but nobody's at the phone, or there were just so many excuses that just didn't make any sense. So essentially the flight goes, gates are closed. I see the gate close, and I'm so distressed and stressed out mentally, physically, everything. Just out. It's just out of the ordinary. It's just not happening, and I'm literally just like really sad about it because like I don't get to go home. I'm like, what is this? I talked to my parents about it, and they're like, we're trying to come up with ideas. Maybe we could find another place to go home or somehow, but I can't because you still need the PCR test. And at this point, I haven't gotten it. So essentially, I decided, you know what? I'll just go home. I won't go back to Ireland after all the money I've spent. So I'm on my way home. And then when I finally get home, it's sometime in the afternoon. It's quite late. It's probably like 2, 3 in the afternoon. That's when I get the results. So it's way outside of the 72-hour mark from when I actually sent it. And I'm like, why am I getting this now? I'm getting the 6 hours like outside of when my flight actually went. Like it's gone. I'm here at home and I'm completely exhausted. Food, I don't know even. I'm literally trying to find food to eat because like it was just a really, really long night and long day. So I'm like trying to like get, basically answers because I don't know what's going on. I finally do get answers and they start making excuses. And if it isn't because I poked hole in so many of their excuses that they gave and basically threw back what they had told me in their faces, trying to disprove every excuse that they had made and all the proof and evidence that I had, I probably wouldn't even be getting 50% of just the amount I spent for my COVID test, let alone the amount that I spent for my flights, my train, everything. I didn't get any compensation for that, or even the mental stress or physical stress that they put me through. So I am telling you now, if you are trying to go, whether it's go home or anything like that, and you need a PCR test specifically, be careful of the companies that you actually get them from. Because I tell you now, you do not want to be at the gate and being told you cannot go, and you know that you cannot basically go on the flight because you don't have your PCR test that you need or required to go back home, depending on the country that you're going to. Oh, but at least we're fine, we're healthy, we're back. So I had to change all of this now to to a study vlog. So if you are even interested to see what the heck I'm doing, stick around. I am happy to show you what I'm doing, you know. So essentially, big lesson, careful of who you get your PCR test from or who you go to, because it could be the difference between you losing a lot of money, okay? Because these people don't care, they only care about their money these days, okay? Good, you got that, good. So I have quite a bit of work to do. I was looking at all of the, like, well, so we've done a few modules. So we've done a neuroscience module, an endocrinology module, and now we've just started the musculoskeletal module. And then I looked at how many lectures altogether that I need to get done, and there are lots. And I was like, oh, I need to, like, you know, go over everything again. The thing is, when you go through lectures and you start doing, like, you know, the first the first round, you do all the, like, listening to the pre-recordings. It's one thing to listen to them, it's another thing to actually retain the information, because you're probably not going to do it in the first go that you actually go through. So when I was looking at it, I think I have something, this is crazy, I'm looking at it, I don't even know if this is completely right, but I have well over like 100 lectures. Like, there's well over 130 lectures or stuff. So, and I'm looking at the timetable, I'm like, okay, it is time now to actually start doing work. And I'm not saying that I haven't been doing work before, but I feel like, you know, like fully going in and being like, okay, we need to, like, get this in check, you know? So that's what I've been trying to figure out and do. So what have I used to actually do some work? At the moment, I used to use a lot of paper. You've probably seen in my previous videos where I was throwing out a lot of paper. But I will show you my technology that I've been using so you can at least see. Maybe I'll give you some ideas, I don't know. I recently got this stand from my laptop because, you know, the back and the hunching, it's not good. It's not good for the posture and all that. So I said, we'll go get a stand. And I've seen a few of them on, like, YouTube, because that's the source for everything. And essentially, here's the stand. It's quite nice. It is quite helpful. So I do my work on this. It looks fancy. If you guys use OneNote, like I use OneNote, and these are some of the notes that I did like a long time ago at this point. Just basically writing and stuff on them. I don't know, but anyway, I've been going through them and looking at stuff, and also because there's so many diagrams. Look at this diagram, for example. Can you see that? Look at how many words there are going on here. I doubt I need to know it. I need to know this stuff, obviously, but like, you know, we've got to pick and choose our battles sometimes. So I've highlighted the main stuff that I think I need to go through. Oh, it's not showing too well. Oh, there we go. So I've highlighted this interesting stuff I'm supposed to look at again a few times. I don't know if this was me like practicing it and then realizing that there were certain words that I didn't know and then I circled them in red, or if it was just like the fact that these are the most important ones to actually know. I don't know. That is the beauty of doing some revision, but at least you guys can see what it's supposed to be like, or what it is. Now, this handwriting just ain't a vibe, but we were trying to get this done very quickly the first time I was going through it. So that's why there's a lot of doodles. My handwriting is a lot better than this, best believe. But it gets the job done though. So it's been a little while and I've been wondering, I'm interested to know, do you guys like do more things to do with like online things? So like when you're studying, do you prefer online learning or using more computer or technology for your study than using paper, like just normal pages like this? Because I realize I do like paper, but it's killing trees, so I don't like to use it as much. So that's why I geared towards using more like electronics. I've been thinking about like what is the definition of productivity to people, because like I know a lot of people would be like my to-do list. So if I get through my to-do list for today, that means I've been productive. But I do think that the definition of productivity is different for everyone, you know? And I think the issue lies where we all try to use the same definition for ourselves, using like an overbranching or an overall definition of productivity. And so if we don't match that particular idea, we automatically assume that we're not productive. And because I've been trying to like delve into that idea, because you know it is so easy for people to like compare what they've been doing to other people, or seeing how people have been doing their uni work or school work, and thinking that they're not doing enough because of the hours that they put in. But I do think that it shouldn't be like that. What is productive to you can be very different to the definition of productivity to somebody else. Because like I think some people think that you have to be doing a lot of work. Sometimes sitting down and relaxing is a definition of productivity. You know, like if you don't have any rest, of course you're not going to be able to be productive. So, or you to be at your optimum best, because resting is still a form of productivity, if that makes sense. So I guess I've been very interested in that topic because I've seen a lot of YouTube videos based on it, and so I was kind of like, what do I think about this, you know? Because it's very easy to start thinking that I'm not putting enough hours in, or I'm not doing enough, so therefore it is not productive. And that isn't the case. So I guess I wonder, what do you think productivity is to you? Let me know in the comments, because I even talked a little bit about like, you know, the facade that we kind of have towards this on my Instagram. So if you haven't actually been following me on Instagram, the tag should be somewhere here anyway, at Cristobal Officials with a Z, so you know. And you can see where my thought process is on pretty much a daily basis, and I give little music recommendations as well, so you get to see a lot about me if I don't put like a YouTube video up every week, as much as I am trying to do so, because I have been doing really well at it. You gotta give me props. Last week, you know, we gotta write that one off. That I had my reasons, you know those reasons. So yeah, it's cool. Okay, so I haven't like started studying it for today, but I wanted to show you one of my favorite YouTubers I've been watching recently, and completely different to what I do. I'm not necessarily a beauty guru or have any form of like makeup knowledge in that sense, but I really like watching Edward Avila's videos. I find his stuff so captivating, like so interesting. I really like his videos and how relaxed and chill it is. It's just really just him, and I appreciate that, you know. One of the cool things about like YouTube videos and stuff like that is that my favorite videos are the videos where you technically should not have, like, you have no interest in that area, but because of that person you find yourself being interested. There are YouTubers who are like that, and Edward Avila is just one of them that I can think of. Another one I can think of is Eve Cornwell. She has really good videos like that, because I don't do anything with law. I don't. Well, at least apart from like medical law, but that I haven't really done anything big on that side or front. But I like watching her stuff on that, and I think that's a really telling way of a good YouTuber, or a good storyteller, I guess, you know, someone who is just being completely and honestly themselves. And I wonder, what do you particularly like about my videos? Let me know in the comments. That would be quite interesting to know, you know. Let a girl know.